Hello everyone, welcome back. I've brought in this oak forest kind of a setup to give it a bit of a pruning back. Now these trees I just collected, again they were just like little shoots like this, just growing on the side of the road, so I just pulled them up. There was a couple of bigger ones, obviously this one and these guys. I just pruned this, you can see I just chopped this one back. I did have to put wire on this one and then I forgot about it, so it's got some bad wire scars on it, but I put that on because it was kinked right down, so I just straightened it up and then forgot about it, so that's badly scarred. But it's kind of just a gnarly old kind of forest. So you see the roots and all growing across the down. I would have filled this pot with roots. It was holding a lot of water, so I did lift it and put some bonsai soil underneath, because it's just ordinary compost and there's obviously some old bonsai soil mixed in. I just put them in this just to get them growing and see what happens. It's not going to be a kind of normal nice straight trees of a forest. It's always going to be a bit of a gnarly looking thing, but we'll give them a pruning up anyway and see how we go next year. Next spring I think we might have to do a bit of a repot on them, get rid of all this old soil, put in some good bonsai soil. Obviously there's going to need some roots pruning, or maybe we'll leave some roots like that, you know, just to, because it's such a gnarly forest, maybe some roots above ground makes it, gives it a bit more character. We'll see. I think the roots, because the roots on oaks grow pretty robust, so we might find it quite difficult to separate these now, so they might end up staying as they are with all these ground roots. We'll just scrape off and clean off as much of this soil as we can and put them into some bonsai soil. But like I said, I didn't really do anything with them this year, just left them grow apart from lifting them. So we'll just do a little bit of work on them now, set them up for next year to hopefully get a little bit better. So first of all, I can see that this one is kind of interfering, so I'm just going to put a little bit of wire on this and just bring it forward a bit, so it's a bit away from this little tree here. Bring it to kind of in here somewhere. So we'll do that first job, and then we'll get on with the wiring. I'll use some black wire. Hopefully this is strong enough, because it's easier to spot the black wire. Try to use when I'm doing deciduous trees, if I'm wiring them I try and use black wire if I can, because it's easier to spot. Brown wire tends to, which is obviously what you want, is it to be hidden, but my problem is if it's hidden too much it ends up staying on too long, whereas I can see that easily. I'll notice it biting sooner than if it was brown wire and it started to blend in. You wouldn't kind of notice as much. So we'll put that one, maybe bring it a little bit more forward like that, just so it's away from this branch, something like that. Like I said, definitely not a forest that would be with all the straight trees in it. Don't even think I could. Maybe I could straighten it up a little bit. Bring it forward a bit. Something like that, just to get it away from the others. Okay. Right, so we'll get on with the pruning. Give a little sharp little. These are good for the buds and things. So what you want to be doing with these is, the top is dead anyway, so we'll get rid of that. Taking off your end buds, the strong buds at the end. So we'll just kind of flick them off like that. That'll encourage more back budding. There's a lot of buds on these, you can see. So at the moment I'm not going to do massive work with the pruning, only where it needs to be. Take off the end buds. This branch I will reduce back, and when all these buds, well, next year we can do a bit of branch pruning on them then. As you see, there's not a lot of branches on them. Still alive, looks a funny different colour. Okay, so yeah, so all I'm really going to be doing is taking off dead things, taking off the end buds, and where it needs to be, reduce some of these branches back. Like here, reduce back for this one. I'm going to take this one back even further. This back bud. We'll work on these trees first, and then we'll do the main tree. So this one's getting covered in buds, the whole trunk. You could chop it and they'll push, but I'm not going to chop any of them, I don't think. I'm just going to take that top off that one. Take the end bud off. This will take the end buds off. It encourages the other buds grow all the way, so all the energy goes to the end bud. Again, same with this one. See, it's just been growing up and up and up. Okay, so we'll have a look at the main tree now. Let's see here, I need to get me branch prunes for this one. Got some branches out here now. There's 3 of them on the end, so we need to get rid of one. It's got to be one of these 2, I think. I think I'll get rid of this heavy one. You want the branches to be as thin as possible at the ends. And again, we'll take this one back, leaving the 2 buds behind. You can do this also in late winter, early spring, but I'm just trying to get ahead of things, because stuff like this will be forgotten about or left till the last minute, and then it'll be too late. So that's what I'm getting them done now. Branches inside here we can get rid of. Well, this branch is kind of crossing a bit over the front of this one, so I'm just wondering, I might put a bit of wire on this, just bring it out this way a bit, just so it's not crossing the main trunk from the front. This would be the front. If I pull it out that way, it's just crossing there, so we'll do that as well. I'm not sure if this will be heavy enough, but we'll put a second one on if we need to. Just lock it off to this branch here. Avoid any of the buds that are on the branch, because we don't know what ones we're going to be using in the future. Yeah, I could wire the daylights out of this and try straightening them all up a bit and stuff, but I really don't want to be doing that. I want to use as little wiring as I possibly have to. Down a bit more. I'll just bring that out like that. Okay, so that's no, it's not crossing anymore. So that's going to stay on there for a little while. Again, we'll keep our eye on it. Definitely need to do a bit of work on this. We'll do that in a minute. Let's keep going with the pruning. Again, get rid of this heavy branch. Keeping the lighter ones. I think I'm going to take this whole end off actually and let it develop back here a bit. That one's dead. Just pinch off the end bud. this one's going to start crossing again, so I'll just take that one back. Okay, back here we've got a little branch coming out here. We'll get rid of him. There's one down here as well, but I might leave that, see how it goes. That might strengthen up and make it kind of another tree up there, we'll see. Okay, so coming up this one, this long bit here, we'll get rid of that. There we'll get rid of. Input there. Like I said, you can wait until spring when these buds start to swell to pick them off, but I think doing it now is the same thing. Just looking at branch there now, see if there's anything. I don't mind growing up here a bit more, so I think that was okay now. Up into the apex, quite bare here, but not a lot we can do about that now. Shall we get rid of these little guys here? These branches back. I think we need to take this one off altogether. Center one. Let's see now, so I'm going to bring the camera in a bit closer so you see what's going on. Okay, so we've reduced this one back. I'll go on top there, we'll get rid of that one. Now up here we've got a lot going on, lots of buds all over it. I think we can possibly get rid of this heavy one up here, get rid of that top dead bit. We'll just take the top off that one and that one. Nip the ends off them. Like I said, a lot of buds up here, so when they grow in, maybe we'll replace this. There's a few here we can probably rub off now. We don't want all of them actually. Places you can leave them, but some places you know you're not going to be using them. Again, up here we've got two branches coming up together. We'll take out the longer one there. In fact, I'm going to take all this off. Let these buds under here grow out. The back here we've got two, one on top of the other. Take out the bottom one because it's closer to the one opposite. We'll reduce that one back. This one coming towards, I'm going to reduce back as well. Don't think I'm going to leave this one either. Take that one out. Keep that little bud there. Okay, I think that's put this one here crossing. Get rid of it. I think we will get some more buds along here at some stage. When we prune this back, maybe after spring when this grows, and we chop it back, then it'll push buds out there. We'll see. Let's see what we can do about this guy here. It's a bit where the cut was, it's a bit ugly now, so we'll try and clean that up a bit. It's a bit better. A little bit cleaner looking. Okay, because that's kind of the main tree more or less done. Like I said, once they've hardened off with spring growth, we'll do another bit of work on it. We got this gnarly bit at the bottom, but I'm kind of thinking I'll just leave that, because you do see oaks and that with this kind of all lumps and bumps all over them. Okay, so this guy with the bad scarring, although with two branches here coming out the same place, we gotta get rid of one of them. I'll take off this back one. It's growing in towards the other trees. Clean that up a bit. This guy again will just pop off the centre bud. This guy, not a lot going on all the way up here, but we do have buds on it, so we'll chop it back here. I get a branch growing out here. Up here now we've got a right mess going on. As you way chop it sends out all buds everywhere. I don't think there's a lot we can do with that, to be honest. I think I'm going to take the whole lot off. Start again with it. It'll send out more buds now around that, and we'll just keep one. This guy will reduce back. What's that? One there we'll get rid of. Dead stuff in the middle there we'll get rid of. Take off the centre bud out. That's about it for that one. I will put a bit of sealant on that, if we can find the sealant. There it is. Secret, you know, this one is just dead wood, but I'll just seal it up anyway. So we need little critters going in there over the winter. Okay, so that's that one done. Now we've just got this back one to do. Is this one dead? Yeah, this one looks dead. So I'll take that one out. A couple of bits back here. Bring the camera down to see would help. So we had a dead one sticking up here, so I just took that off. Got a couple of bits on this one growing up, so we'll get rid of them as well. Tends to send shoots up from the ground sometimes. Okay, now this guy back here, I think that whole top looks dead to me. Yeah, I'm going to take that back to there. Let them two buds grow. This guy we could maybe we could bring him up a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll just put a bit of guy wire on this and just pull him in just a little bit. He's starting to lean over a bit too much. Let's get a little bit of thin wire. So we've got some tubing, it's been here, where's that? Could wire it and straighten it, but just to save the chances of wire scarring, we'll just put it around there like that. It just brings it up a little bit straighter. Turn that off. Again, this guy, don't know if I'm going to keep him or not. Probably not, to be honest. I think I'll take it. Okay, I think we're more or less done. I'm thinking about this branch. I think I'll take this branch up here off. This one here, kind of crossing behind this one. I don't think we want that one in there. Okay, so everything looks to be okay. It does grow quite small leaves. You can see here how small the leaves were on it. So it is reducing leaves, and if we can get more and more branching growing on it, the leaves will obviously get smaller again. But yeah, we didn't do that tree, did we? Okay, what about this one? A little branch down here, we'll just leave that grow. This one we'll just leave grow. Got one coming out underneath this one. Get rid of that. Going up this branch. I don't know, do I want like 2 apexes on this one? I think not. I think I'm going to reduce this one right back to here. Again, this one I'm wondering, can I straighten that up a bit? I probably could. It's kind of leaning quite far back. Could straighten that up a little bit. Would help. Could just get away with it to this tree maybe. Yeah, we'll do that. So again, we're getting a bit of wire. Do this tin stuff. Now, just trying to see if I was to wrap it on this wire here, in between there if we can, so it's not going to scar that trunk. Let's have a look. It's just going to pull it in the right direction. That wire just being on this side of that. Don't think too much now, is it? Just wondering, it's kind of up there I want it, so maybe we'll have to put a bit of wire on it just to, the bottom's okay but the top just needs to straighten up a bit. Just seeing if there's somewhere else I can pull it from, which would, just check. I need to raise this up a bit. Up here somewhere. See will that work? Yeah, that's kind of pulling it better now there. That branch be able to hold it. I think it will. I think that branch would hold it alright. Still not as straight as I want it really. Ideally I could do with it coming this direction. Maybe it's this tree I need to tie it to. Yeah. Okay, there's a bit of a gnarly bit on this tree here. So I'll just wrap it around that. I suppose I could put a bit of tubing on it as well, sort of. bit late to be worrying about why it's going on this, but no point adding to it. Yeah, that looks a bit better, pulled in that direction. It's just bringing it forward rather than over towards the big tree. So just wrap that around there. Turn that off. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so we still have to prune that tree back. This branch here is getting very long up here, so we'll just tap one back. So we'll reduce this one so it's made more of a lower branch. A lot of budding and stuff going on up here. There's two coming out together here. I'll take out that one there. There's two. What's going on here? There's two here in the book crossing. So take out the heavier one. Again, we'll just nip off the buds, leave that and grow a bit thicker. These top ones. Thinking this one here actually might take. We want that one growing out the back there. Should be opposite this one, so we'll get rid of this one altogether. Okay, going up, and now we've got some crazy stuff going on up the top, up here. We need to sort out, get rid of, let's get rid of this heavy one. You can see how much swelling it's already starting because there's so many branches here. I'm thinking, it's hard to see, let's take that dead bit off the top. I'm thinking I'm going to take that wall back and take that back to there, and I'm going to take out that bottom one. We'll make that the kind of apex now for that guy. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit better shapes with them. Still a very gnarly looking thing, but it's getting there. Like I said, we will late spring have another look at it. When the buds are swelling, we might pick off a few more and see how it goes, but it is what it is for now. We just have to deal with it, but I think eventually it'll start growing into a better forest once it starts thickening up and stuff. And like I said, I think definitely get it out of this soil next year, get into more well drained soil, and I think that will really help it grow. It's kind of, this stayed very wet, it's a lot of roots in it, it's probably pretty full of roots under here. It's completely stuck itself to the pot considering it's not wired in. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do a repot on it. Well, that's another one out of the way, so we'll put that one back on the bench and we'll keep going for the winter, getting them ready for winter. So yeah, so as always guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit all them buttons, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.